Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we got two decent shows that come out on this day, so it's nice to get to watch it. But, my lord, guys, I don't know too many shows that are going to be competing with Demon Slayer this year. Sure, we've had a couple good shows, but it feels like Demon Slayer is only just beginning to get its like swing going in the full force because not only are we seeing, and I apologize for my PlayStation Normal going off like a jet engine in the background. I don't know how to stop it from sounding like that unless I just wait until I get a PS5 pretty much because there's no reason to buy a Pro. But these instances where we get to see all of these people who have not only like fought against these spiders and lost their lives and they're turning into spiders, we see that for some reason the father is highly protective of his daughter. And I don't know if that's because she might be the next like mother, like she's gonna be the next one to pretty much bring in more spider like actual powerful beings. And from what I can tell, he and the one that we just saw get beheaded, for some reason neither of them seem like they're the number 12, like one of the 12, people. So it begs the question now, who is the 12th? Like, who is this person that supposedly we should be seeing, like that the mother warned us about? And if it's none of them, it's probably the youngest son, right? The one that was threatening his mom in the first place to bring father there. And that would make a lot of sense, I guess, why him saying that about father, or using his name to threaten her pretty much is what we kind of see this week with how the daughter calls out for him and he's just he's instantly there like we would expect a father to be for his children. But to see what he was doing to the mother, it doesn't make sense why he didn't treat his wife supposedly as well as his kids. So maybe that's what we're gonna learn this week with our boar freaking all injured up, but not even accepting the fact that he's injured. He's like, I'm not injured. I can still beat like seven of you. It's like, no, you can't. You're useless right now. It's like I can never be useless. Pretty much is how he's coming off right now, which is hilarious to me. But we uh we finally get to see a good amount of what just the show is capable of in the storytelling department and the character growth department. And this was probably now my second or like it might be my first favorite episode for the Lightning guy now. But to see his backstory and see like there was somebody there that's probably going to show up as a Demon Slayer sooner or later. I feel like they were just talking this guy up way too much this week in the flashback for him to then not show up as a big player in the in the grand scheme of like um also following this man that he truly admired but seemingly was jealous he didn't get trained as much as our lightning boy did. So the whole story that I can see from this is the grandpa that he was calling grandpa, which was actually touching to the old man. Like he actually truly loved being called a grandfather by him. I guess maybe not so much just a grandfather part as much as he loved the fact that he actually said someone actually said he loves you. He's like, I love you and I don't want to leave you, but I keep training and doing all this stuff and I haven't seen any improvement. So you should just, leave me or we should stop training, try to figure out something else. And the grandfather could kind of understand. I'm just gonna call him grandpa. He could kind of understand that there was no way, shape, or form he was going to, for some reason, learn the other technique. So he just was happy that he would, teach him to hone and perfect that one technique and make it the technique that he only needs, right? So by seeing what this technique is, it's pretty much just like six slashes. If I can, unless six folds mean that he put his power up sixfold to be able to move quicker, because that's why the ground and his whole entire body turned into a different electric. And not only did it, change and he did all this, he literally summoned up enough power for one of our main characters to hear it from far away. So how far it was, not truly sure, seeing how there wasn't like any trail of the smoke or anything like that. He just heard it. It kind of gives you like a vague um, explanation on how far it was, but it was far enough for him to not be able to smell any of like the um, thunder that was used, seeing how he can smell that there was like an odor in the air, but he couldn't smell like the actual thunder. So I don't know. It was a very interesting way of them just having the main character experience anything from what actually we just watched blow up in our face. So he did say sixfold, and I just didn't see him. He didn't cut six times. He looked like he only slashed the head, just like his normal, like the first time we saw him do this attack. So that's why I didn't. That's why I don't necessarily believe that sixfold means that he did six attacks, even though maybe his six attacks weren't all necessarily like forceful attacks, and one of them were actually the sixfold was him jumping along the uh the spider's webs, because he already had launched himself up looking like he was going to propel all the way up into the house and stuff, but then they show him bouncing around multiple upon multiple times before actually going into the house and hitting that strike. Maybe the sixfold being how many times he wanted to build up enough momentum to strike. I'm not sure, but whatever the case is, so freaking epic looking. And back to what, like, the guy was pretty much threatening him to, he's just like, get out of my sight, get out of here. You shouldn't even be, getting trained by that man. That guy has reached the top of the top in the demon slaying core, and now he's training someone as garbage as you, pretty much. So it gave us not only a reason to understand why he's felt so alone in the case of, like, even when he had somebody to look over him, people hated that fact that he had that. He's never had any parents, and or he lost his parents at a young age, and then you come at him talking about some, you don't even deserve that. Like, I these are the types of people in anime that I love to see get absolutely bodied or lose an arm and a limb, and then they see the person that they were mean to, and they're like, you know what, I probably shouldn't have said that. It's like, yeah, then maybe plot would have been on your side then, huh, buddy? But we'll see what happens to him. He looks like he has a very interesting design with the weird, like, bell thing on his neck. Maybe he's already traveled into this forest and was turned, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. It looks like he's going to have a different role in this show. And I only say that because running into the spider that can turn people into spiders already, and him taking them out, and he not, like, seeing that guy through all of it, kind of sums it up that he's probably not, he didn't get taken out by these spiders, or that guy might even be on a different mission somewhere else. So that's something I'm really interested in now, because God, that guy was a lame, bro. He was so lame. So I can't wait to see what his deal is. Maybe he's he's actually blood related to that old man, to Grandpa, and he still didn't get trained by him just because he probably didn't see the potential that he wanted in him, or he just didn't have the element of lightning. Because maybe the old man was lightning, and by seeing someone with the attribute of it, it gave him even more inspiration to want to train him over somebody who can just understand the techniques, but they can't really use lightning to its fullest, like someone who actually is keen to it, which is another reason why our guy has like the color hair he does, is because he literally was freaking shocked. He was literally running away, and it's all his fault. He shouldn't have ran away and jumped in a tree, and because he did that, he winds up getting shocked out of the tree, and his hair color changes. So that's just how it be and how it goes sometimes in these shows. If you don't listen to your elders, you might just get burned for it. And he definitely got burned. Not only that, I feel like it was clearly done for a reason in the grand scheme of getting him to be stronger, getting him to be somewhat capable of doing something. And by seeing him in this fight, just seeing him go off, and not only that, hearing his grandfather's voice, that, you know, it's not really his grandpa, but hearing the person's voice telling him, like, don't give up yet again, kind of instilling that in his brain for all, like, every single time they've ever trained and stuff, is another reason why he actually is going to survive this week when it comes down to him slowing down the poison, hopefully long enough to be saved, which I think that's where these high-level Demon Slayers are going to show up. We have two injured teammates right now that are severely injured, and we have one teammate that's not fully injured, but probably has sustained a little bit of damage to the case of, or not damage, but he's got to be a little bit fatigued. You know, he's been dealing with a lot of stuff, but I think his anger and his adrenaline is kind of just carrying him forward as of right now. Because you got to remember that not only did he want to like take out this woman who was controlling these soldiers, but after seeing that she wanted death and that she was probably being tormented so much that she wanted, or he said he could smell that she was scared and like terrified, but all of a sudden when they met contact, you know, like they saw each other, she wanted nothing but sweet death. So it kind of goes to show him that there was something much worse going on than having your neck slit by someone you never met, or live and try to fight and live another day with what you've been going through on a daily day basis. So yeah, she rather go out, and that's pretty much what he sensed throughout that whole moment, which was really cool. But at the end of the day, we only get him getting ready to fight the father, and by cutting this guy's arm and us seeing no blood, no penetration, nada, I think we might be seeing what my guess was. I've been wanting to see the higher ups that they're supposedly calling out of the Demon Slayer Corps, and they're still not here. And with Tanjiro about to fight, you know, by himself against this guy who just literally took an attack to his arm while not paying it, like he was caught off guard, he was left open, and if that attack still doesn't break, like do anything, that's a red flag, man. So I can't wait to see next week and everything of Demon Slayer. It's been so good lately. So I hope you guys feel the same way. Let me know if there's anything you guys dislike about the show. Our favorite Lightning Boy has just showed off again what he's capable of, and I can't wait to see what they show off for the rest of the show and what it's capable of, just in general, what the characters are going to go through and what they're going to learn in these tough situations where they need to just grow on the spot. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the anime, the G. I should put the in there. Nah, that's stupid. But I am the anime G, and I will definitely talk to you in the next one. And if not next time, I will talk to you tomorrow for sure for some more content. So, with that being said, peace. Oh, and check the description. If you ever want to see pictures of the anime that I talk about, I put a whole blogging page up of like the screenshots and things that I was talking about throughout it. So I got a whole bunch of dope looking lightning stuff that you guys can see. If you want to or not, it's all good. So yeah, peace out.